What is multilevel theory? Let's start with our everyday thoughts. Imagine a single thought as a single point, and say this thought is about cereal. If you're imagining cereal, you might be thinking of a bowl of cereal, but there's no law of nature that says cereal must be served in a bowl. You could put your cereal in a mug, or on a plate, or in your grandma's soup tureen, but you don't. You put your cereal in a bowl, because in your mind, cereal and bowl have become linked together in a single concept, a bowl of cereal. And more single thoughts join in. Your bowl of cereal is served with milk and eaten with a spoon. Altogether, you have a chain of cognitions that occur together. Cereal in a bowl with milk served with a spoon. But wait, there's more. The whole chain of cognitions is triggered by a single word, cereal. If you say to yourself, I think I'd like some cereal, you've immediately got the whole package in mind. Cereal has become a cognitive habit. Like every cognitive habit, it has a trigger, in this case the word cereal, and a set of separate thoughts or behaviors that have become linked together in a chain. So a cognitive habit consists of a trigger and a chain. Now the same chain of thoughts can have different triggers. If you're the kind of person who has cereal for breakfast, then your trigger for the whole cereal package might be breakfast time. But of course, not everyone has cereal for breakfast. Everyone, in fact, has their own patterns around breakfast, their own cognitive habits. The same is true not just for breakfast, but also throughout the day, with all parts of our diet. Now, suppose I ask you what your favorite afternoon snack is. You think about it, your thoughts come together, and you say, well, I usually have an apple, or a candy bar, or a bag of chips. For each person, there is a different cognitive habit triggered by the phrase afternoon snack. Now suppose I ask thousands of people, and I make a histogram of their answers, a graph that shows the number of people whose answers correspond to various calories. The 50-calorie people down here, the 100-calorie people here in the middle, and the 300-calorie folks way up here. We immediately see a frequency distribution, and most likely it's going to look like a bell curve, with most people giving answers somewhere around the middle and a few people giving answers at one extreme or the other. At the very top of this graph is what lab coat researchers call the central tendency, but everyone else would recognize it as the social norm. That social norm is the number of calories most people eat because, well, that's just what people do. So what happens if a person picks a snack that's way beyond the social norm, like a 500-calorie king-size candy bar? A friend might comment, dude, that's a big snack. Are you really going to eat that? That friend has a kind of power, exercising peer pressure. That friend pulls a person's behavior in one direction. But there are also manipulative powers, like advertising and false information that can pull a person in the other direction. When a food company runs a TV ad proclaiming their king-size candy bar is a great hunger killer, it's exerting pressure that pulls social norms in the direction it wants. And it wants you to eat more candy. Such power exerts pressure on the evolution of social norms. Here's the thing. Multilevel theory means that a person with their own thoughts and habits could be pulled in one direction or another by either a benevolent power, like your family and friends, or a nefarious power, like that company selling you candy. And all of this is within a social structure that bridges everything together.